Yo, welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet Violet VGC video. I'm your host, Jose Rocks, and today we have another episode of Journey Through VGC. The current format we are in is Regulation G. Y'all ready? Let's get into it. Alright, so we are back with our second video. As always, there's a rental code up at the top right, as well as a Pokeface down in the description below. This is going to be our second video with this team, and we're just showcasing a little bit more power coming from the entire team. This team is really one of the strongest teams I made this format. I have made a couple teams, I just haven't had a chance to showcase them all yet because I've been a lot busy with work. But we're going to be just pushing out a lot of content in the next couple of days with all of the teams that I've been able to create. But this Calyrex team is one of my strongest, and I do, if you want to grind a ladder and get to the top, I do think that this is one of those teams that you can use for that. But that's going to be it. Let's get into these battles. Alright, first match, we got the Calyrex Mirror. So we know he's going to want to bring that Incineroar, but the Mienshow's the one that spooks me. I think I want to just leave Chi-Yu and Flutter, Calyrex in the back. That's always pretty good. Urshifu, not really that good until Mungus and Ogerpon, and Tornadus, we don't really need Tailwind when we have Flutter, right? He has Flutter too, which can be pretty tough to deal with since I'm not max speed on my Flutter. Will he be Tera Fairy on this set? I think this is an offensive set. I think Snarl here is fine. Snarl and follow me. Alright, there's a Tera. Are you Tera Fairy? Because I could have just went for Heat Wave here. Maybe on Ogerpon too. It's probably Tera Fairy. So it is. I wonder if he's a nasty class set. Because that can get kind of spooky pretty quickly if it is. Or just Draining Kiss. Are you Choice Specs? That looks like it may be Choice Specs. Alright, that's a lot of damage. Good damage. This is just setting my Calyrex to come in and sweep. If he can, I actually hope he picks up the KO here. Perfect. So I can just bring mines in and sweep now. Actually, we can just Tera Flutter here. He'll slow down his Calyrex. He's gonna want to Astral Barrage here, right? So I can just Tera normal. I think we're in a really good spot here. It doesn't really have any good switch ins to this. Incineroar could switch in, but it's still going to get chipped down. And then I can always fake Tears it. So this is probably Incineroar if I had to guess. Yep. So he may protect Calyrex here. I think it's fine. Yeah, once Incineroar is chipped enough, though, we'll be in a really good spot. Oh, he didn't protect Calyrex. Are you Covert Cloak? Oh, he is Covert Cloak. Okay. Oh, he's not. Should be Astro Barrage here. Yep. And you're -2, so this is doing nothing to you. So you're probably gonna want to switch Calyrex. Oh, he crit me. It's unfortunate. But that is the game we play. So I'm gonna fake Tera's Incineroar. Actually, I probably should have just Moonblast Incineroar, right? To do more damage. Just gonna protect Calyrex here or switch out. So Draining Kiss, Astral Barrage. He's either Nasty Plot or Calm Mind. That crit is so unfortunate because Chi-Yu just has so much health to work with here. Oh, he went for a fake out in terrain. This might be a lower tier player, honestly. But yeah, Incineroar is in trouble now. Oh, we hit the Calyrex though, so that's what matters. Yeah, going for a fake out in terrain is kind of crazy there. But we're not in Master Ball yet, so we're in Great Ball, so. Yeah, I think we just click Icy Wind here, and then we just. Oh, he's Special Attack Nature anyway. Let's just go for Snarl again, another Icy Wind. I mean, Incineroar's defense is already dropped. And once we drop Flutter's special attack, we're in a really good spot. And dropping the speed here is just to slow it down, so Chi-Yu can be faster. But we're already faster with Calyrex in the back since it's a special attack nature. Snarl connects. Look how much damage that is. Oh, it's a crit. Moonblast. That does pick up the KO. He's gonna take a lot of chip for this. Nice. And now he should be in Astral Barrage range. My opponent's already Tera, so he can't get away from this. We dropped the speed, so we're faster. And now we just Moonblast Incineroar as well. And that should clean up this game, game 1. Like I said, Incineroar is usually good into this team, but not the way that I have it built. We just have a lot of damage to chip Incineroar down before, and it always wants to come in early because we threaten so much pressure with Chi-Yu, and it just gets chipped to where it's not really a counter into Calyrex at that point. Down goes Flutter. I actually forgot my opponent had one last mon. He could have switched out Incineroar there to reset the special defense drop. But at that point, it really didn't matter. This is a little bit overkill, but why not just secure it? Single target, -2, +1 Calyrex. Yep, and that's a wrap. We take the first game. Nice and easy. And let's get into the next one. Alright, so Calyrex, Pelipper, Mungus, Incineroar, Raging Bolt, and Urshifu. So unless this is kind of want to go Indeedee here. Chiyu, Calyrex, and Flutter. So it's probably U-turn into Pelipper here. I don't think I need a Tera yet because it's definitely U-turn in the Pelipper. Oh, you're going Water Tera, Mongoose. Fine by me. I could have went Grass Tera and just Tera Blast. Like, that would have been crazy, right? Yeah, U-turn in the Pelipper and Spore into Indeedee. Should be Pelipper, right? Yep, 2020 Pokevision. Pelipper Sash is down. Oh, you just want to take out Indeedee. Okay. Fine by me. I think I just want to get Among Us off the field before it can like disrupt me any further. Tera here. If Pelipper goes for Weather Ball into Chiyu, then we're in a really good spot. I could go for like Icy Wind plus yeah, Icy Wind plus Dark Pulse might have been even better. Oh, that's a good attack. Okay, now he sees my strat. Dang, this is a free KO on Pelipper, man. I can't waste turns like that. But it is a Weather Ball, though. I'm just gonna Icy Wind here and Dark Pulse this slot. Flutter's probably gonna be taking a nap here. Unless he flinches. We do have a flinch chance with Dark Pulse. That was a good protect by my opponent. That definitely kept him in the game when we had a really good lead. We brought our Calyrex immediately. I don't know if you take Choice Specs Dark Pulse here. I think this might just be a one-hit KO. I mean, Pollen Puff's not gonna knock us out. Yeah. And we got a chance to wake up next turn and drop Urshifu speed. Perfect. He just protects Among Us. I mean, do you tank this? No, you don't tank that, bro. That's Choice Specs Chi-Yu, man. Dark Pulse is just so strong into everything. Quick Icy Wind here to slow Urshifu down, and Dark Pulse. If we wake up, that's just game over. Does Flutter wake up here? We don't wake up. That's not good. So we still have a game here. The range should be ending, right? I think we could survive a Surging Strikes on Calyrex. The rain here ending is really good for us if it does. Yes, perfect. Urshifu softer on the special side, right? So expanding force is the best choice here. Super effective and doesn't hit on the physical side. Dark Pulse. My opponent just cancels. Nice. I had a feeling that they weren't just going to straight up lead Calyrex, but Calyrex does not tank the Dark Pulse. I think that was a bad assumption by my opponent. And had we woke up on Flutter there, this game would have instantly been over, right? Because we just get the speed drop and we guaranteed our speed with Chi-Yu and Calyrex. But the rain ending there perfectly was good for us. Calyrex is strange here. The Calyrex Smeargle teams are very hard to deal with. If he leaves bundle, then how do I deal with that? I don't know if this is correct, but I think this is the best I got right now. I could leave Flutter, but Flutter doesn't really stop the Smeargle shenanigans. Urshifu is what stops the Smeargle shenanigans. This does make me weak to ice type attacks, but I think getting off a Snarl, just in case he goes for Hydro Pump and hits, it's pretty strong for me. Because he could go for like Thunderclap plus Hydro Pump. He outlet me for sure. It is Hydro Pump. Yeah, that definitely would have KO'd there. There's so much damage. I just double cheat you. I think Rillaboom comes in here. That's risky though, not knowing if I'm specs. Okay. He doesn't risk it. Resty win KO. Alright, he doesn't.
That is enough to make him faster than us, but Indeedee survives. My opponent's threatening a double KO here. What are the chances that it's Rillaboom in the back? Pretty high. Over Incineroar. Yeah, I don't think I can get out of this. Oh, he didn't bring Rillaboom though. He's definitely ooh, that might have just cost you the game. Oh my god. How many turns of terrain are left? 2. Wow, I'm shocked he didn't Tera there. That was very risky. Now, this game's still not over yet. I think Calyrex is like mine. I need Urshifu to beat Incineroar, right? I think Calyrex is expendable here. Oh, he just cancels. I don't think that game was over though, because you have Incineroar and I don't have Urshifu out, and terrain's expiring, so you always threaten Thunderclap, right? And we have the speed drop on Chi-Yu, so y'all speed us with Raging Bolt. That game actually wasn't over yet, unless you don't have like Electro Web or Snarl on Raging Bolt. So we have. This is a really strong team. Gordingo, this looks like similar to Wolfie's team, right? But he had fight you on that team. But this is very similar. Pelipper, Incineroar, Rillaboom, Urshifu, Gobingo. A very powerful team here. Urshifu is strong here though, since he's gonna probably play towards rain. Dark Pulse just kind of clears. I think I want to threaten with Urshifu, Chi-Yu, and Indeedee, Calyrex in the back. I kind of want to bring Flutter though. Indeedee stops the fake out stuff. Yeah, I think I want to bring Urshifu over Flutter though. I may be making a mistake. Because my team is kind of weak to his Urshifu, but I do have Grass Tera on Chi-Yu. Probably Hurricane in the Urshifu, right? Gosh, this is a really good lead. I'm gonna Dark Post this slot. Switch out Indeedee. If he hard switches into Rillaboom, then I'm in a bad spot. The fact that he didn't switch here, if you don't Tera Incineroar here, like, I could have just switched in Indeedee and Surgeon Strikes you. Wow, he did not respect the Indeedee switching. Oh, and he's not Sash on Pelipper. That my opponent made a very risky play turn one. Probably gonna Tera in the fair. I think I can get Urshifu back in here. Threaten the Incineroar slot. Because you can only Tera one, right? And with rain up, my Urshifu's always threatening that Gobingo now that Pelipper's gone. You don't really have any resistances now. And you have to Tera Gobingo here, right? You have to. But now Incineroar can't Tera. It's probably gonna Parting Shot here in the Zamazenta, but that's fine. He might not even rock Zamazenta. Like, would you really not bring Rillaboom against terrain? Tera Normal's cool. That's so much damage. Oh, that's choice specs. Alright. But now Calyrex just comes out. Now, did my opponent bring Rillaboom is the question. I had to click Expanding Force here into Gobingo. So if he switches into Rillaboom, what's my play? I could read the Rillaboom switch in if he has it, but I don't think he relieved Zamazenta. So I'm gonna click Expanding Force into Gobingo with Surgeon Strikes this slot. You should switch in Rillaboom here if you have it. There's a chance that he didn't bring it though because he has Zamazenta, but this is a format where you can drop your restricted if you feel like it doesn't have the best matchup. Yeah. So unless if this is not Rillaboom, then he's in a bad spot. Okay. So this Zamazenta just goes down here. Yeah, this is just a double KO. And we target correctly here, and then Expanding Forces picks up the double KO here. Nice. Yeah, to be honest, against Chi-Yu, I guess he felt like Gholdengo has a good matchup into my team because he's normal Tera, which is kind of similar to how I use my Flutter into opposing Calyrex teams. But my Flutter outspeeds Calyrex, right? And that's a huge difference. I think Rillaboom's always your best bet because like Gholdengo into Chi-Yu, Calyrex, and Flutter, like all those, and then Urshifu, like it's just Rillaboom just does well into all my mons, right? Except Chi-Yu, but you just have to play around Chi-Yu, but you have rain. So I think it's a huge misplay to not bring Chi-Yu. But yeah, this should be game over. And I think my opponent just trolling with that. I'm pretty sure he's good enough to know that he can't quick fake out in Psychic Terrain. Yeah, Urshifu, we just did a finishing blow with the rain that he set up. And that's what the one thing that's good about having Urshifu on this team is that people want to bring rain and stop Chi-Yu, but then they just boost up your Urshifu. My Urshifu is incredible here because he can't protect and he doesn't really have any good switch-ins without Rillaboom. I think you always bring Rillaboom there. I think you probably make the decision to drop Gholdengo and try to play towards a Zamazenta game with Incineroar, Rillaboom, and Pelipper. Alright, let's get into the next one. Oh wow, he has 3 normal types. So this is a pretty crazy team. I think Chi-Yu's my best bet, so I'm gonna go Indeedee in this slot with Chi-Yu. If he leaves Ditto, he's probably gonna select it in the first slot. And I don't want him to copy my Chi-Yu. Can't just lead Tornadus Flutter because he can outspeed me, obviously. But I think I might just do that. I think I'll leave Indeedee behind. I don't think he's gonna play towards the Weird Deer. If he does, then props to him if he leaves it. This is a weird team. It is the freaking Weird Deer. Alright, so Indeedee plus Chi-Yu would have just crushed this here. Gosh, I don't have any expanding force. And Indeedee Chi-Yu would have just crushed my opponent here. Bite. That's so cool. So I gotta find a way to start out Tailwind here. He doubled that slot. My hope is that he quick expanded for some bite into one of these slots. I got that switch. That's a lot of damage. If he clicks Population Bomb and the Chi-Yu, I think I'm in a good spot. Wow, I could have just Heat Wave there. I don't think I have anything left to win this game. Oh, perfect. Because we doubled this slot. This is an effective lead. But if my opponent has Tailwind or Lecky in the back, then we're in a really bad spot. Honestly. Freaking Ditto. Honestly, if we just outspeed Mousehold here, I think we just win the game with Flutter. If you're like a slower Mousehold,
Wait, what? Ditto doesn't copy my Tera? I'm so confused. That's so cool. Yeah, that just probably wins my opponent the game. I didn't know that Ditto doesn't copy the Tera type. I haven't used Ditto in this format. Yeah, this was a game when it played like if he just was Choice Scarf and Ghost Tera. See, maybe you can pull off something with a snarl. I'm telling you, Mr. Coyote. I really needed to hit that Calyrex. I think it's Choice Scarf, so it's still probably outspeeds to you. If Kyogre's not choice locked either, like Specs, then we're in trouble. We get a flinch here. Yeah, that's gonna be game. My opponent has such a cool team, man. Nothing you can really do about this. I needed to bring in leading Indeedee plus Chi-Yu would have just won me the game. Yeah, I can't believe Ditto doesn't have to can this be normal Tera, so you always win that 1v1 against Calyrex because you can Tera into it. That's really cool. That's something I might have to explore. Alright. So Cresselia, Iron Hands, Among Us, Incineroar, Flutter, and Tornadus. I think Flutter plus Chi-Yu looks good here. I can pretty much surprise my opponent with an Indeedee switch in. The only thing he has that outspeeds my Flutter is his Flutter, if his booster energy special speed. A Flutter Chi-Yu lead is strong here for me though. Let's see if he's booster energy speed for. Alright, he is. Okay. Do I have to worry about just a straight shadow ball into me? I actually do, and there's nothing else I'm gonna Tera here, so I'm gonna just Tera Flutter, Icy Wind.
Just in case the off chance he goes for like Shadow Ball into me. Most likely he's gonna be Icy Wind here. This is making me kind of want my Flutter to be max speed now. I'm running into a lot of boost energy Flutters. Terapagos is Tera in here. It's not good. Alright, so chance we lose Flutter here, but if I get Icy Wind off, we're in a good spot. We should still outspeed Terapagos. So I didn't need to tear my Flutter there, but I mean, what else am I gonna tear this game? We do miss Heat Wave. Alright. So Flutter's going down here, but does Chi Yu survive? Chi Yu does survive. Iron Hands goes for a fake out here. He's in a really bad spot. I can just switch in Chi Yu here. I mean, Indeedee. I think we lose the game though if he goes for Wild Charge plus Tera Starstorm. And if he has Incineroar in the back. But Chi Yu is still pretty threatening with Heat Waves in the end game. We just got to hit. It is unfortunate we missed the Heat Wave on Terapagos, because then this play would just guarantee that we KO Terapagos. But it's gonna survive here. But if we take out Iron Hands, if it's for some reason clear Amulet, not Assault Vest, or if he just goes for Fake Out here, then we'll still be in a really good spot. Yeah, he didn't go for Fake Out though. Oh, we just KO Iron Hands though. It's a crit. Crit's unfortunate for my opponent. They want to crit him there. That's probably gonna seal up this game. He could have Incineroar on the back though. Oh, he crit us back. Oh, it's Cress. Is this Terapagos choice specs? I think I go for Expanding Force here and Imprison. This covers for if he protects Terapagos and goes for Trick Room. It doesn't cover for Cresselia attacking though. Oh, he didn't protect Terapagos though. Alright, so this should just win us the game. I think he's choice specs though. Had I just like went for Astral Barrage there, then I could have lost the game. He did go for Trick Room, so that's gonna be game though. Nice. One thing I'm thinking of though, if I just went for a Helping Hand Astral Barrage KO Cress, then Chi Yu just comes in and can just Dark Pulse Terapagos. I think that should be enough to KO it from the range it was at. Yeah, I didn't really need Tera that game. Tera, like I said, it was just a cover for Flutter just going for a straight Shadow Ball into me since he was faster. But it didn't really end up mattering. The Heat Wave miss on Chi Yu was kind of huge though, because Calyrex would have just KO'd Terapagos the first turn it came out, if not. But let's get into the next one. Smeargle again. Smeargle plus Brook on it. Alright, I think we just lead Chi Yu. Calyrex in the back and Flutter. I mean, I feel like this is the best lead. Stopping Trick Room is kind of big for us because he has Trick Room sweepers. Smeargle's the only thing that's scary here. But I think locking into Dark Pulse is safe with Chi Yu. I mean, it hits everything. I don't really need to click Heat Wave here. Even though Heat Wave is good, the threat of Wide Guard on Smeargle is scary. Okay. I could go for Grass Tera to get around Spore, right? I think stopping Trick Room here is the most important. He could Wide Guard here to stop Heat Wave. I think I'm just gonna Dark Pulse this slot. I want a Grass Tera, but if he just clicks Glacial Lance, then that's just a free KO, right? There's so many things Smeargle can do here, and it's pretty threatening, man. But I think the strongest thing I can do is try to stop Trick Room here. So many things can go wrong here. It's a very volatile turn. He's going for Tera, so that means he's not gonna go for Follow Me. Fire Tera. So the Grass Tera Blast wouldn't have worked there. Which would have been a cool play, but he did go for Follow Me. Alright, so at least we stopped Trick Room, but I think he's gonna go for Lance here. Oh, he's not Sash on Smeargle. Oh my god, that's so good. Please just click Trick Room here. We didn't tear in the grass though, so if he did click Glacial Lance, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, he did. I think Frigoraph may protect her if it does have it. I can just help a hand Dark Pulse Calyrex and do a lot of damage. I think you should protect Frigoraph here. I don't think you attack with it. Oh, he doesn't have protect on it. He does pick up a double KO here. Oh, we get the flinch. That was so good. I'm gonna just Follow Me here and Dark Pulse. That flinch is so huge, and he doesn't protect Calyrex. Nice. So Calyrex and Smeargle are both down without us losing a Mon. That's huge for us because now we're up restricted. And we still have our Tera. And Indeedee's still on the field. And if you were like Focus Sash on Frigoraph, then that just breaks it. Should be Raging Bolt, right? Oh, Torko. I mean, we just got the Frigoraph. You can't do anything here. Yeah, and Torko protects here. I mean, what can you really do? Nice. Frigoraph goes down, so there's no way he gets Trick Room up. Torko can pick up a double KO here, but then Flutter plus Calyrex just closes this game out. And it's Earth Power. I wonder if you choice specs. Because why would you not click Heat Wave there, honestly? I don't even think there's a need to reveal Flutter, just in case we run into this player again. He already used Tera, so we can just expand it for us here. Follow me. I think he specs locked. And no need to us to reveal a Tera either. Honestly, this is single target expanded force. Torko's special defense is not that good. This should just be a KO. Beautiful.
Yeah, my opponent, like, not having focus sash on Smeargle was huge for us, because that means they didn't get a, I honestly think that it's a jetpack. Where it gets like a stat drop, and then it automatically switches out or goes down. And then he just sets up triple. He didn't even click Trick Room. Indeedee having Imprison and just flat out stopping Trick Room is so huge for us. Honestly, could have Terra'd Indeedee and just made it hard to knock out by Calyrex, and then he just could never just get up Trick Room from that point. Honestly, that was worth considering. Let's see what we get. All right, so we're ranked 42. So we're gonna go for rank number 1. Let's see, can we get it? It's pretty much the team that won the first Regulation G tournament. So how do we want to deal with what we have? It doesn't. Oh, he also has Grimmsnarl over Incineroar, which is interesting. I think I want to lead Indeedee. He doesn't even outside of Miraidon, he doesn't have any Chi-Yu resist, right? So I think Chi-Yu is here can just spam Heat Wave, honestly. I kind of want to bring Flutter though. Yeah, because he's gonna go for like Tailwind stuff. Calyrex. Chi-Yu. And Flutter, I can Icy Wind to slow down his team with the Tailwind stuff. I want to bring Tornadus, but Tornadus just isn't that good into Farigiraf and Koraidon. Not Koraidon, Miraidon. Did I turn the music off? Oh, there it is. Okay. Alright, so I think it's just a Hyper Voice here. I think I'm just gonna Helping Hand Icy Wind. If he Blood Moon's props to him into the Flutter, but I think he's just gonna Hyper Voice here. Because Follow Me looks so safe. So I'm gonna take that chance to get some real good chips so that Calyrex can just come in and sweep. Yep, that's over 50. And that's a really speedy Ursaluna. That's why it took so much from that. Oh, he did go for Blood Moon. Oh, Indeedee survives with one hit, though. He didn't target Flutter. I honestly think I want to switch out into Chi-Yu here. And just Moonblast Ursaluna. Because I want to keep Indeedee for just one more Follow Me. I think it's going to be valuable. And I think I got an opportunity to get Chi-Yu in relatively safe. Yeah, he didn't protect Ursaluna. That's decent chip, but it's not that much. All right, there's Miraidon. The good thing here is that he did not chip. I wonder if he's gonna Volt Switch again here. All right, so I think it's safe to go back in Indeedee. And just Icy Wind. If he tears Miraidon here, that's fine. Because then Chi-Yu Heat Wave kind of sweeps. Yeah. I don't think Electro Drift should still KO Flutter here. If it does, then that'll be pretty spooky. I did target Flutter. Alright, we survive. I think it might be Ogerpon in the back. We'll see what his last is. If I didn't switch out Chi-Yu there, then we would have just went down to that, right? Because Chi-Yu would have increased the damage that Fluttermane takes with its ability. Alright, what are you going for here? You only have one Mon in the back, so it's not really much of a choice. He may be scouting what his next game plan is, though. Ogerpon, Farigiraf, or Grim. I think it has to be Ogerpon, yeah. So this way we break the sturdy, and hopefully we KO Whimsicott here. Nice. That's extremely valuable here. Because now I can get off another... I can protect, and then I can get off an Icy Wind the following turn. As Tailwind stalls out. So this is actually going perfect. There should be one more turn of Tailwind left, and we still have our speed boost, so we should outspeed everything. Unless for some reason it's max speed Scarf Miraidon, which I ran into practicing with this team. But that's extremely rare, and Choice Specs is just so good to give up. Actually, I really don't want him to double into the Flutter, so I'm just going to go for Follow Me and Protect. Because one thing that can hurt is if I Protect Flutter, he doubles into it, and Indeedee's just stuck on the field. But I want to get Chi-Yu or Calyrex out. Another thing I could have did was just sack Chi-Yu here. And then just Icy Wind and let Indeedee in. Yeah, I could have let Indeedee plus Fluttermane go down the following turn, but get an Icy Wind off. And then just let Calyrex with Psychic Terrain up, just in the game with Expanding Force. But I haven't Tera yet, so Astral Barrage should be able to pick up both of these from the range that they're at. And honestly, Chi-Yu, if he's not Scarf or Miraidon, Chi-Yu might just end the game for me. I'll just Heat Wave here and Icy Wind. Yeah, Follow Me's not going to do too much here since we're not going for any single target moves. Icy Wind double connects, and I think that's the huge attack that matters. Yep. So now we guaranteed outspeed. Oh, and Chi-Yu just gets the KO. Beautiful. And that's how you play against this team. He just never was really able to get position. Now, what really hurts him though was not having a Incineroar on that team, because Incineroar is actually really good into my team outside of my Urshifu and dropping his defense with Fluttermane's Fake Tears, which is why I have that tech. But he dropped the Incineroar for the Grimmsnarl, which I guess makes sense if you want to play Grim outside of Psychic Terrain and like go for like fake tears or parting shots, thunder wave, stuff like that, just to be disruptive. But I think Incentive is overall better fit for that team. But that was a fun game. Let's get into the next one. All right, so we have a really high ranked opponent here, and I believe I faced this opponent yesterday, and he beat me. Right, he did lead Chi-Yu plus Whimsicott, and he had Armarouge and Koraidon in the back. And the one play I messed up and made was I didn't protect Calyrex in the end game. So I kind of want to play it the exact way I played it last time, right? No, he led Koraidon plus Whimsicott with Chi-Yu and Armarouge in the back. And he beat me because I didn't protect the Calyrex. So he didn't lead Koraidon this turn. Oh, so he's going for a double KO turn one. This honestly just makes things a little bit easier for Calyrex to come in and sweep. Could miss a heat wave here too. He connects, okay. Yeah, Specs heat wave is crazy, but I honestly don't think that's that bad for us. We got up tailwind as well, but we got off icy wind. So it's probably Armarouge with Wide Guard in the back. So I don't want to get locked in. I want to lock in the Dark Pulse here. If anything switches, it's going to be Chi-Yu, right? I think I'm in a position to win this game. Like, I don't know what he can have in the back. I guess Indeedee can be a bit annoying, but that's why we locked in the Dark Pulse here. Because, I mean, Dark Pulse is just doing so much damage, and we can't miss any attacks here. All right, and we get a boost here. All right, nice. And while he got 2 KOs turn 1, we got 2 KOs turn 2. This game is going really fast. The only scary thing is that Koraidon outspeeds us, the Chi-Yu, but I can just go for a side shock into that slot and Dark Pulse Armarouge, and that should be game over. Yep. And we know you're loaded dice on the Koraidon, since
that was how we played in the first match. And I just side shot this slot, just in case you go for wide guard. Yep. But that doesn't matter. So this is why I carry side shock on this set. Nice, and that's just a one-hit KO. And then Dark Pulse just removes Armor Rouge. And there we go. We just beat a high-ranked player in 3 turns. Now, why turn 1 looked really bad because he picked up a double KO, it actually was perfect to get these two next to each other because Calyrex just does so much damage next to Chi-Yu. And it's not much my opponent can really do about that because we just both went for the Tailwinds. But that's why I lead Flutter with the Icy Wind plus Tailwind, because then my 2 in the back, if he does pick up a double KO, then the 2 in the back just come in and just KO the 2 that you have, right? And the only way we lose that game is if we like locked into like Heat Wave plus well, honestly, even if we locked into Heat Wave plus the Astral Barrage, I still just KO Koraidon with Side Shock, and then Heat Wave, I believe that he's weak armor. Even if he's not, then once I KO the Koraidon, the Armor Rouge eventually has to stop wide guarding so I can attack. And if it continues to wide guard, then I just Side Shock it, right? Or Expanding Force, since the terrain is not up. So I think it didn't really matter what we locked into with Chi-Yu there, as long as we knocked out the Chi-Yu on his end before I was able to pick up like a lot of damage on us in return. So I think Dark Pulse was perfect to lock into. But that was a fun game, and we got our revenge for the match yesterday that we lost. So let's get into the next one. We have a Calyrex Shadow team here. Pretty standard. Mungus, Urshifu, Rillaboom, Incineroar, and Chien-Pao. So usually Urshifu is good here, right? It's good into everything except his Urshifu and Rillaboom and Amoonguss, which is half his team, right? But it's so good into Chien-Pao, Incineroar, and the Calyrex. So it almost makes me want to bring it. But Chi-Yu is also very valuable here. I don't need Tornadus since he doesn't have Tailwind. I'm not going to be playing a Tailwind game. I can just Icy Wind with Flutter. And Flutter seems pretty relatively safe to lead. I kind of want to go Chi-Yu Flutter. Indeedee Calyrex. I kind of really want to bring Urshifu, but Indeedee to get rid of the terrain and stop the fake out shenanigans is really valuable for me. And also Indeedee gives me another ghost type resist or immunity against his Calyrex. Yeah, Indeedee is very valuable here. I can redirect spores, stop Sucker Punch from Chien-Pao, stop fake out from Rillaboom, and Urshifu from cycling in and out. Once one of them go down to stop the cycling cycle, though, this team kind of just falls. All right, he led Chien-Pao Urshifu. So what I want to do is Icy Wind. Alright, what he could do is like Sucker Punch Aqua Jet Flutter. Right? That'd be kind of annoying. But I think Icy Wind, Tera Blast, and the Urshifu is valuable here. Oh, he's definitely going for Sucker Punch. Okay. He's going all in, so he's gonna Sucker Punch Flutter and Surging Strikes Chi-Yu here. Like switching in Indeedee probably would have just been very valuable there. That's a good play by my opponent. Oh, he's Focus Sash on Urshifu. Oh, he's not Focus Sash. I honestly wish I had Urshifu here, right? I think I gotta bring out Calyrex here. I really wish I was able to get that Icy Wind off. Flutter is like so valuable here. His last one has to be relevant, right? Or probably Incineroar, actually. He really just straight went for Sucker Punch. I trick him here. Nah, it's not. Because whatever's in the back is going to be slower than me. Yeah, so trick him doesn't work here. Oh, he may be Choice Bandit. Why else would you switch there? Oh, and you're not even Focus Sash on Calyrex. That did so much damage, and that's not Assault Vest Rillaboom. There's no way. Wow, that was crazy damage. Yeah, I think I just protect here. Switch back out into Chi-Yu, let you KO that, and get rid of your terrain. And with Rillaboom without priority, I always survive with Focus Sash once I get Indeedee back in. So Indeedee was actually the right one to bring. So he didn't bring Incineroar. And that's the thing about my team. They see the Urshifu, right? And they know Incineroar is really good into my team. But the combination of Incineroar plus like probably Specs, what they think maybe Specs Flutter, or just Fairy Tera Flutter just scares off Incineroars. Nice. And he went for Throat Chop. So smart by my opponent to not go for Sucker Punch because he just instantly lose. I'm pretty sure he's Choice Bandit. To be honest, if he's Choice Bandit, I don't even think he needed a Dark Tera in order to get that KO. His Tera might have been better used on Calyrex because it just went down to a single hit. So this Astral Barrage here and switch back out into Indeedee. And he can't glide here, and we already saw how much Astral Barrage did the first turn. I didn't see if it was a crit, but I'm pretty sure that that's not Assault Vest Rillaboom. And this is resisted on Champ Power, but it's +1, and that still does over 50%. Calyrex, you are absolutely insane. And we have a guaranteed win count here because we just survived with Sash. This is why Sash Calyrex is so good. Like, I get why people want to use specs and like Draining Kiss and like Calm Mind, Nasty Plot variants with like really bulky and like fake out support, but running Calyrex the way it was meant to be ran is just always the best way in my opinion. Like it wants to do damage, it wants to outspeed, it wants to use psychic and ghost type attacks, and you just need to build to support it, but also build in a way where you have other offensive threats that can also deal a lot of damage, right? So it's not just all on Calyrex to deal all the damage. But this is just a clinic of Calyrex right here. Nice, and we get the cancel. Wow, so today's going great actually. 3 in a row. This team is so freaking fun. Like I said, if you want something to climb the ladder that's really strong, then this is the team for you. This utilize all the the effectiveness of how Calyrex likes to be ran, and it doesn't have to do it by itself because you have Urshifu, you have Chi-Yu, you have Flutter, like you have other powerful threats that can deal a lot of damage, and then Calyrex is just the cleanup crew. But that was a fun match. Let's get into one final game. Calyrex Ice team here with Mienshao. That's interesting. With I think Chi-Yu and Indeedee looks crazy good here. He has 3 fake out users, so Indeedee is definitely valuable. Plus double ghost. Or do I want to go Urshifu? Nah, I see Among Us Rillaboom makes me not really want to bring Urshifu. I think Flutterman really complements Chi-Yu plus Calyrex on the offensive side. So it looks like we're not going to get to use Urshifu this episode. But we did use it in the last one. There's not a real need for Tornadus here since it's just food for Calyrex and they play on 2 different sides of the speed spectrum. So I think I'm bringing the best 4. I think how I utilize Indeedee's terrain here is going to be valuable though. And once Mienshao goes down, like once the Wire Guard shenanigans stop, like Heat Wave plus Astral Barrage just kind of clears his team. Even Incineroar, once I get a couple boost up or if I get a fake tears off, it just goes down to that. Yep. The entire Calyrex. I think Calyrex should Tera here, right? So I'm gonna go for Tera Blast. If he goes in the water, then he's in a really bad spot in prison. So show me a Calyrex Water Tera so we can just remove you from the game. And we can end this this match pretty quickly. If we get this right, this game should pretty much be over. And what I think is going to be is like close combat in the Chi-Yu plus Trick Room. There we go. That's what I want to see. Show me Water Tera. Because you wouldn't Tera here if you were grass, right? There we go. Beautiful. 2020 Pokevision? Can I get that in the comments below? And he just went for coaching. So that tells me that you're probably not even going for Trick Room, but it's just specs Chi-Yu and it's a super effective attack. Can we pick up the one-hit KO here? Beautiful. That feels so good to remove your opponent's restricted and their Tera at the same time. And now his only hope to win this game is Incineroar.
But like I said, once I get Flutter Mane in here, then I can just fake Tears and Incineroar from that point and just get rid of Mienshao with Moonblast. Because Mienshao is the remaining threat here. Alright, so I'm going to switch in a Flutter here. And switch into Calyrex. And the reason I'm going for this is because he's probably going to go for Fake Out. I expect Fake Out plus Close Combat into Chi-Yu. And both of these just resist both they're immune to both of those, to that specific play. The one specific play I didn't cover for is like Woodhammer into, or Woodhammer or U-turn into Indeedee, which can be kind of annoying. I think U-turn into Chi-Yu is not that bad, but you gotta know I'm specs, so I just picked up your restricted, right? And I really just want to remove Mienshao because I'm pretty sure it's Incineroar running back, right? About all three of his Fake Out users. Show me Fake Out Rillaboom. Oh, Rillaboom did not go for Fake Out though. That's a good play by my opponent. So that play somewhat keeps him in the game. But honestly, Calyrex is, is still alive, so we're still in a good spot. I just need to clear the... Calyrex is not even the biggest threat here. Chi-Yu is actually the win count here. Because Chi-Yu does the most damage across the board. I really just need to remove Mienshao so there's no more Wide Guard pressure. Oh, that's a good switch. Oh, he didn't bring Incineroar. Wow, he didn't bring Incineroar. Okay. Yeah, if he goes to Rage Powder here, then I'm still able to just remove, well, not remove, but remove the Sash from, oh, I mean, that's fine too. We still break the Sash on Mienshao. At this point, I honestly don't even need Calyrex. Like, I can just win this game with Chi-Yu. Nice. This has to be, if you're going for Wide Guard, that means you're going for Spore. If you didn't go for Rage Powder here, this game is pretty much over. And Rage Powder plus Spore doesn't make sense to me. I mean, Rage Powder plus Wide Guard doesn't make sense to me yet. So.
Now that Wide Guards go off the table, we're in a good spot. Honestly, I can just switch. Now I can just switch Indeedee out into TU. And then Expanding Force just wins the game from that point, right? I don't even have to worry about Heat Wave misses. And I get this Icy Wind to get everything in range. And Icy Wind's going to do a little bit more damage with Chi on the field. Yep. And then this is just a waiting game from Calyrex to come in and click Expanding Force. And there's nothing he can really do about it. Well, this is a perfect game to showcase how you can utilize Chi to help you against a lot of the matchups that Calyrex doesn't like. Because if I don't have Chi with Tera Blast there and it just gets up Trick Room, like that's pretty hard for my team to just deal with. But I don't even think he was going for Trick Room. It was coaching. We missed. All right. But the chip is more valuable on Among Us anyway. It's a lot of damage, but at this point it doesn't matter. Did he go for Pollen Puff though? But he went to a Flutter. Oh man. Wow. So now just switch in Indeedee, get rid of the terrain so no Grassy Glide crits. And then just click Heat Wave. And even if these miss, I can miss infinite Heat Waves. I can just bring Calyrex in to close the game out with Expanding Force. Yeah, Indeedee doesn't even have to be awake, right? Because this is terrain that's valuable. Like, Indeedee has so much utility without even attacking. Like, literally we use Indeedee for just terrain this game. But other games we use it for, like, helping hand, also terrain, and stopping Trick Room, redirection. It doesn't even need any attacks to just be so good for this team. Beautiful. And we beat Golden Boy. And we go undefeated in this episode. This is a really cool match though, because removing Calyrex turn 1 just makes the game that much easier, and we pretty much at that point just playing at my pace. Yeah, that was a really fun match. Alright, but that's going to be it for our battles. Let's get into a final review with this team. Alright, getting into a final review with this Calyrex team. This team is so powerful. Like, as you see, we only lost one match in the entire 2 videos with this team. And you see just how powerful it is. Like I said, when you're trying to use Calyrex, when you're using like the unorthodox sets, like the, you know, bulky leftovers with Draining Kiss and not running like psychic attacks with Astral Barrage, and like fake out pressure from like Rillaboom, Incineroar, redirection on Among Us. Like, while those teams are pretty good, Calyrex really just wants to sweep fast, and it doesn't really want to have to set up. It wants to set up on its own by going for powerful attacks, and it really wants to use both of his stabs. Like, Psychic is a really good offensive type where you don't have real good counterplay to it, right? If your opponent doesn't have dark types, right, it's super strong. Even if they have steel types, when Calyrex gets a couple boosts, as long as they're not immune to psychic type attacks, they're taking so much damage, right? And like I said, like, people are not even bringing Incineroar to the matchup because they pretty much know that I have some type of counterplay for it, so they don't even bother trying to bring it because they see Urshifu, they see Flutter Mane, and they're like, okay, well, it's probably Rain Dance or Tornadus with Urshifu, or it's probably some tech on Calyrex where it's like Fairy Tera, so it can deal with Incineroar. So they just don't even bother bringing it. It's usually just always Rillaboom. And this team has really good answers in the Rillaboom with the Chi-Yu and Indeedee combos, right? And I really get to see the true power of Choice Specs Chi-Yu. It is very powerful in this format. It is something that can deal a lot of damage to Restricteds, and a lot of Restricteds in previous formats, they're not used to dealing with something that can put out so much damage and not be in a Restricted Legendary itself. Chi-Yu actually, outside of its bulk, its offense feels like a Restricted Legendary because of its ability
which makes his offense just that much more potent, right? Same thing with Chien-Pao, but the only thing about Chien-Pao is Chien-Pao isn't usually carrying double hitting moves. Like, it does get like Icy Wind and stuff like that, but that doesn't play into his strength, right? Chi-Yu's strength is like going for Snarls with specs, going for Heat Waves with specs, and you know, it also gets boosted from the sun if the sun is up, which Chien-Pao's doesn't get a boost from like weather or anything like that, right? So Chi-Yu's damage output is just that much more potent than Chien-Pao's, and it really does feel like a second restrictor to me in the way that it played. Like, it was able to just remove other restrictors with one hits. Any like Zamazenta, Zacian, Calyrex Ice, it threatens all those with one hit KOs. If Calyrex isn't running a Focus Sash, it threatens that with a one hit KO. If Miraidon Tera's into Electric, you can just one hit KO that with a Heat Wave in the sun, and also with any chip from like Icy Wind also picks it up if it Teras. And it's so powerful, and I'm very impressed with, you know, how Chi-Yu ran on his team. And Urshifu and Flutter Mane just pick up the slack for when Chi-Yu and both Calyrex may be struggling. Then Urshifu and Flutter Mane can pretty much shore up those matchups, right? And like I said, Indeedee, this team has so much offense. Indeedee did not need to have an offensive move. All four of these moves are very valuable. Like stopping Trick Room so that you can stay outside of Trick Room and sweep the way you want. It's very good for Indeedee. And I kind of chose to go Imprison over something like Psychic or Dazzling Gleam, because Imprison removes the guessing game of whether your opponent's going to click Trick Room or not, wherein they see Indeedee, because you can click Trick Room for them if you don't have Imprison, and they just decide not to click Trick Room, and then you're in a really bad spot, right? So even if they choose not to click Trick Room, knowing that you can be bulky with Indeedee and survive a lot of hits because you're not invested in any special attack, and just get your Imprison up to ensure that Trick Room never goes up, is just super valuable in my opinion, right? And I really love that about this Indeedee set, as well as, you know, Tornadus helping his team be a lot faster than what it appears, because while they think you do get, you know, Tailwind up and you sweep, you have the secondary speed control with Icy Wind, which allows, you know, you to have a really good Tailwind matchup. So this team does really well at countering Tailwind teams, countering Trick Room teams, and the Chi-Yu and Indeedee lead really does counter those bulky balance teams as well. Chi-Yu's always been like a good mon to use when it comes to dealing with balance. But that's going to be it for a team. The final review of this team, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. It's one of my favorite teams I've built, and I do feel like this is the correct way that you should be running Calyrex Shadow. But there's a runner code up at the top right, as well as a Pokepaste down in the description below. Let me know with a comment, guys, below if you like this type of team or if you like this type of content. I'm going to continue to put it out. And subscribe for me, because we're so close to 500 subscribers, and I am truly trying to get there and reach it. But before the end of maybe June, because I would like to, you know, start to do some other things once I hit 500 subscribers. And I'm also going to bring the face cam in. So if you guys are interested in, you know, me pulling up the face cam, go ahead and subscribe for me so we continue growing the channel. But that's going to be it for this games, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, deuces.